Welcome to Canada Visa News, your go-to source for the latest updates and insights on Canadian immigration. Today, we're going to talk about the shocking truth about life in Canada and the top 20 challenges that you need to know if you're planning to move to this great nation. Moving to Canada can be an exciting adventure, but it can also come with a lot of unexpected challenges that can catch you off guard. That's why we've put together this video to help you prepare for the reality of life in Canada, so you can make an informed decision about whether this country is the right fit for you. Whether you're an international student, a skilled worker, or a family member of a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, this video is for you. So, let's dive in and explore the top 20 challenges that you need to know before you make the move to Canada. Let's start with number 1, the dreaded language barrier. If you're not fluent in English or French, communicating with others and understanding important information can be a real struggle. But don't worry, we've got some tips to help you overcome this challenge. Next up, finding employment. Whether you're a doctor or a barista, finding a job that matches your skills and qualifications can be a daunting task, especially if you don't have any Canadian work experience or networks. Now, let's talk about cultural differences. Canada is known for its diversity, which is amazing, but it can also be tricky to navigate. The norms and traditions in Canada might be different from what you're used to, so be prepared to learn and adapt. Moving on, the climate. Canada is a big country with a wide range of climates, and adjusting to the weather can be a shock to your system if you're not used to it. But hey, at least you'll have an excuse to wear all those cute winter clothes, right? Let's not forget about finding suitable housing. This can be a real challenge, especially if you're not familiar with the local rental market. But don't worry, we'll help you figure it out. Accessing healthcare is another challenge that newcomers may face. Navigating the healthcare system in Canada can be a real headache, especially if you're not familiar with the Canadian healthcare system. And then there's the financial challenges. Starting a new life in a new country can be expensive, and newcomers may face financial hurdles as they try to establish themselves. Feeling lonely or socially isolated is a common experience for many newcomers, so it's important to build a support network. And unfortunately, some newcomers may also have to deal with discrimination or prejudice based on their ethnicity, race, religion, or other factors. Navigating the immigration system can be a real hassle, even after you've arrived in Canada. It's important to be prepared and informed, so you don't get lost in the bureaucratic maze. Now, let's talk about separation from family and friends. Being away from loved ones can be tough, but there are ways to stay connected even when you're miles apart. Feeling homesick is another challenge that many newcomers face, especially during holidays or special events. But don't worry, we'll share some tips to help you cope. Accessing education and training opportunities can be a real challenge for newcomers, especially if you face language barriers or have limited resources. For parents with school-aged children, adapting to the Canadian education system can be overwhelming. But don't worry, we've got some tips to help you navigate the system and support your kids. Getting your foreign credentials recognized in Canada can be a major hurdle, which can limit your job opportunities. But don't give up, there are ways to overcome this challenge. Accessing social services such as welfare, housing assistance, or childcare subsidies can be difficult for newcomers who are not familiar with the Canadian system. Understanding Canadian laws and regulations can also be a challenge. From taxes to healthcare coverage to employment standards, it can be overwhelming, but we've got you covered. Transportation is another challenge that newcomers may face, whether it's navigating public transportation or purchasing a car in a new country. Building a support system in Canada is crucial, but it can be tough to do if you don't have any friends or family in the country. Don't worry, we'll share some tips to help you build your own support system. Last but not least, newcomers may also face challenges related to adapting to Canadian food, which can be different from what they're used to back home. But hey, it's a great opportunity to try new things and broaden your culinary horizons. That's it for today's video. We hope this information has been helpful for those of you considering immigrating to Canada. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more Canada Visa news.